Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to Pro and Noob for the start of the return to Shiganshina arc, arguably one of the greatest arcs in Attack on Titan, if not the greatest arc in Attack on Titan. But we are doing episode 51, 50, 51, 52. I don't know why I paused then.
Because you were holding up three fingers and had to say two, so it made your mind buffer.
No, my brain just went, what comes after 51?
Oh. I tried to give you a better excuse.
Yeah, it's like, my brain went, are you sure it's 52? It's like, yes, I know. But yes, Mitch 692, Jarod, who might be the scouting Jedi soon. We don't know.
Well, it's funny you say that because I have to say...
he's feeling radicalized. He's feeling
No,
it.
he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not.
We'll give him a minute.
Yeah. What I will say, this batch of episodes felt very Star Wars-y.
I can see it. Yeah.
Like there was something to the way the battle was paced that was very like it wasn't quite like a Phantom Menace Return of the Jedi, like three separate like the same battle but happening on three separate fronts. You know what I mean? Where like you have the main land battle, a duel, and a space battle happen. It wasn't quite like that, but it was very. It ebbed and flowed with a very nice push and pull between which side has the upper hand.
Arguably, the Scouts never had the upper.
No, but they had like there was a moment where it was smooth sailing. And then shit went crazy. And then things got and then the Titans the Scouts had it under control. And then they did. I mean, they carpet bombed the armored Titan and damn near into oblivion. Like, I'd say they had the upper hand there.
I mean, when you're talking about someone who can transfer their consciousness to every single inch of their body.
Sure. But if he was not able to let out that death rattle, if they had moved in a little sooner, like, to me, you can lose the upper hand because you make a mistake. And you give the other person other person a chance to recover. And that's what happened. You know, like it's like, I don't remember if we got into this argument on air. It was like whenever I joked about how, like, you know, when Obi-Wan and Darth Maul fight on Naboo in Phantom Menace, so it's just the 1v1.
Yeah,
Qui-Gon's already dead. Qui-Gon's already dead. The 1v1 happens. Maul wins the fight. Maul has the upper hand. But he loses it because he's aura farming and is way too up his own ass because he's about to because he's enjoying this victory lap of sliming two Jedi in public. And it's something similar to that, where it's like, I do think the Scouts have the upper hand if Rhina isn't able to let out that call for backup. Like, I don't know how the Titans are able to respond because they I don't think they know that one of their best operatives is down for the count until it might be too late.
I think with the conversation that Ryanair and Beyonce have on top of the wall before they go and hide.
Don't compare him to Queen Bee.
I mean, who she married? Anyway. I think the conversation they had on the wall before they split off and go and hide, he's debating where to go in there regardless. Rhina screech or not, that man's flying in there and just going boom.
Eventually, but by the time he goes in there, Rhina might already be down and they may have already made more headway than they were counting on.
Then he does know he does know Rhina can do the whole my mind's in my balls. Right.
We can tell. I also, if anybody didn't notice, I did not rush to the defense of Hove on that one. A lot of complicated feeling. Hova.
The
Jigga Man. A
lot of crazy people in the world at the minute. Crazy people.
I don't think the Pusha T thing's real. I just want to say that. I don't think the Pusha T thing is real. Because that makes me scratch my head. That is too QAnon-y to be like this famous person when they were 18 years old and were like making music in a basement was already working for the cabal. That the specific thing in the most recent file drop about Pusha T being a handler for Jay-Z, Harvey Weinstein, and Jeffrey Epstein doesn't make any fucking sense to me. Like that one just like what do you mean 1996? Like Reasonable Doubt just came out. What do you mean Jay-Z's already hanging out with these guys? Not to say that there are questionable things about Jay-Z. He is very much one of those artists who I'm like, God, I love your music. I don't know what to make of you as a human being. Not the point. I just wanted to say that.
This is fun. It's fine. It's fine.
But like I said,
back to the problem at hand.
Back to the problem. Back to Shiganshina.
Return to Shiganshina.
Yeah. But
and like that one Titan, just like finger gun.
I love finger gun run. I love finger gun run. That might be my favorite, like glup shitto Titan.
There's two Titans here that are absolutely incredible. There's that one, and there's one of the tall ones standing with. I can now say Zeke because we had a Titan called him Zeke. He's just like JoJo posing. It's ripped to shit, and it's just like this standing there, and it's like that's a fantastic Titan.
Do you have any idea how hard I tried to get into JoJo's Bizarre Adventure during the pandemic just because of all of the JoJo memes and how much the fucking theme song
I mean, you can try it again because Jerry and Cooper are doing it.
Maybe. We'll see. But
no, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is a fucking trip. It's it's too much for me.
That one nerdcore rapper who did that song Bars No Jutsu, which I love revisiting every so often because I understand more of it. Like at the time I was like, oh, this guy's just good. This guy's just good at rapping and this is fun. But like revisiting every
slowly
so
unlocking
often,
all the secrets of the song.
Yeah. Had in my class in the Scout Regiment going for the neck like I did to the rest, and I was like, hey, I did that now. I understood that reference, but no, I just
going for the necks.
I really like the push and pull here. There was just something about the way the battle has been composed and paced out.
It's a return to like season 2, the whole Annie arc, the female Titan arc, where they got the different regiments and the flanks, and they're going over the flanks and where Erin is exactly. And it's a bit more of a detailed version of that. I say a bit more detailed, but it's more like, here's how we have to play this if we're going to win against 3 different Titans. Technically 4, I guess. 4.
But no, I thought it was really interesting. I will say I had a brief moment where I couldn't quite understand what was going on, and the next episode cleared it up for me fairly quickly. But I still found myself like absolutely dumbfounded for a moment.
What were you confused about?
Well, the audio message I sent you where I was freaking out when all the Titans like activated.
Oh yeah.
For a brief moment, I thought the Titans in the wall activated. And if you listen to that audio message while I'm like screaming and laughing, I say, holy Christ, did they nuke the wall?
So everyone can hear it.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Do you say the
Which again, like
live Jarod reaction.
To make another Return of the Jedi comparison, that felt very much like the moment where like the second Death Star just blows up a Rebel cruiser, and then everybody's like, "Oh, it's working. We're cooked." Also, another Return of the Jedi thing was like the wall of Titans that's just there to box them in. Felt like the Imperial fleet, but like
there's a really nice detail with that regarding those, because before they get into they actually go on like through the wall into Shiganshina. There's a shot of the horses like from a ground level. It's only like 10 frames long, but there's a mound of dirt, and there's very distinctly a pipe sticking out.
I did see that.
It's like, that's a whole ass pipe. Why is there a pipe in the ground? Then when you see the Titans, there's like actual like holes where they just come up there. It's a nice little detail.
But no, like I said, I had a moment where I was like, oh, like this is like, it's very much reminding me of the Battle of Endor. But yeah, no, this was really exciting. The action was so thrilling with this batch. I was surprised to actually get a little bit of a real sword fight. It wasn't very long.
What with Bare Toes and Armin
and Mikasa? It was.
Who gets her shit pushed in, by the way, by Bare Toe of all people.
Yeah,
come on.
I'm like, it's funny seeing somebody, and you know me. I like fight choreography is character analysis. I like seeing that Mikasa is an incredibly competent and deadly warrior when she's fighting Titans. She really doesn't have the sauce human to human.
No.
Which I find really interesting.
It's the thing, right? Because she's only ever really stabbed one person before when she was a kid.
Yeah.
And then everything after that.
But that wasn't much of a fight. That wasn't much of a tete-a-tete. Like these are two martial artists fencing each other.
And apart from that, it's punching bullies, going after her, and she runs away with the other two. And then most of her life is I'm just practicing killing Titans.
I mean, back when we were still doing the Knights of the Nerd Republic Versus series for the Nerd Academy Patreon, that was something Spencer and I talked about all the time, where we would use these incredibly powerful Jedi, who were in the High Republic era or served in the Clone War, where it's we know they're powerful, we know they're skilled, but fighting hordes of enemies with guns, or the occasional person who has a weapon that is lightsaber proof, like an electro staff or something, is not the same thing as being in a full-fledged lightsaber duel against another Force user. Those are two completely different skill sets. And you can take somebody who is absolutely prodigious on the fucking battlefield, who can mow through an entire army by themselves. You put them in a one-on-one engagement with a martial artist, with a swordsman, who is of even even if they're just under their power level, if they are
it's Kenny versus Levi, right? No,
yeah,
Kenny ain't walking away from that.
Yeah,
there's no way.
Yeah, Kenny could probably solo a battlefield one-on-one, blade to blade. I don't know if you have it, and I was interested seeing Mikasa kind of cemented in that realm. She may improve as a one-on-one human to human fighter. I hope she doesn't have to, but she might.
I think it's also a part of where she's just that hot-headed.
Yeah,
she doesn't think straight.
Anakin.
She's very impulsive.
But
I mean, we have our own little Anakin right here.
Yeah, we do. We really do. No, but there's a very brief moment in the animation, the way Bertold he gets his ear clipped, but it's the way
it's cut clean off.
Yeah, but
that man is flat on the side of his head.
The way he it's after he gets hit, it's the way that he feigns backward and parries around Mikasa. That was really good. And with a show where the action is so y'all are gonna get me doing sword fighting info special interest shit for a second, so I apologize. And yet in a show where the action is so explosive, there's a difference between watching something like Attack on Titan, or honestly almost all the anime we've watched. The action is very it's very punchy, not in a tempo way. People are getting hit by other people's hands and shit. There's not a whole lot of depth and precision in a lot of the action or combat we've seen in all of Pro and Noob, but especially Attack on Titan, because it's a gigantic monster, and all you really have to do is slash the back of its neck. And granted, you need to be precise where you attack, but the neck is so big it doesn't really matter. You could you could not be able to hit the broadside of a barn with a sword, and you could still slash the nape of the neck. But it's the way that there is like the swordplay does feel very precise. In a very brief moment, I was surprised that the sensibilities is how the action is portrayed throughout the rest of the show. That it wasn't just like clang, 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 and then he gets away. They were fencing. And that I was like kind of like that. I really appreciated that as somebody who will mark out over a sword fight any and every time. I like that I got a little bit of an actual sword fight. That made me very happy.
It makes sense as well because you think there's I'm trying to think of the timeline for this because it's been 4 months since they joined the Scouts. And I know season 1 and season 2, there's hours between the two of them, and season 2's a couple of days. I just can't remember what the season 3 timeline is like. But anyway, there's been a gap between royal government and Return to Shiganshina.
Right.
Obviously not between the 2 episodes because royal government ends with them going off to this, but there's clearly a gap here.
Where things are settling down and they're getting ready and they're preparing. Yeah. Well,
where they've had the time to realize, Titans are people, or some Titans are people. We've had to fight people.
Yeah.
It might be an idea to not just like sit around with your thumbs up your asses, just to actually like maybe learn how to use these against people who we know have
like a sword, like a fucking sword, and not just like a machete.
They're not giant box cutters, like
and treating it like almost like a long sword or like a broadsword. Or not quite a broadsword because it's like only one edge. Like it's katana shaped, but like they're fencing with it. You're using it in a way that you wouldn't use a katana. Either way. Also on that note, Levi's attempted kill on Rhina had me fucking tweaking. Holy shit.
This man, for the first time in Attack on Titan history, vanishes for a half a second. He just goes, it's like, no one's ever moved that fast in the history of anything. What the fuck?
It was one of those like...
And even he fucks up. Like, goddamn.
It was, again, going to Star Wars for a moment, it was one of those kills where it's like, I say kills, it was a kill shot he went for. It should have been a kill.
And anyone else other than the plot armor Titan, it was a kill shot.
It was so like instantaneously, you're going to have to live with this for a couple seconds gruesome, as like when Kylo Ren gives the Praetorian Guard a lightsaber lobotomy in The Last Jedi, where he just... through the face. The Stranger in The Acolyte also comes to mind. With the fucking hole puncher kill on Jackie.
Poor Jackie. That was just BM, that one. That was BM.
But it was just one of those, it went, what the fuck was that? Because what makes it so crazy is like, it was not a beheading.
No.
It was not a beheading. It was not anything like clever or cute. It was just
die.
You know, because
nothing but hate and malice in that.
Yeah. But it was also the efficiency, much like the lightsaber lobotomy. You know, it's like I can't really move, but you're exposed right here. You know, but it wasn't intent to inflict harm. It wasn't like I'm gonna do this way so that you suffer or like to be gruesome. It was just like Ryan is going out like this, like he's out at an angle, like kind of cocking his head, getting ready to escape, and Levi just went straight down and just wow, like that was just
It's one of the best moments. It's so
good. It's so good. And I can disperse my consciousness throughout my body is so fucking stupid. It's so fucking dumb.
So controversial. Really? People fucking eat it. But
is that a thing Titans can do generally, or is that a Reiner thing?
It's a Reiner thing. And part of me likes it on like an abstract level because he is the armored Titan, he is the tank, he is unkillable.
Right.
Let's give this guy some weird way to keep dodging and deflecting everything. He can just transfer.
Yeah.
There's a weird abstractness to it that I can really appreciate. Also, it's not like he does it the one time and then that's it. You know, we've seen him at least twice now.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm going to be honest. I don't know how I feel about it.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
Like, there's a part of me that's like, could you get away with it being a healing factor thing? Like, do you just reframe the scene to avoid doing something that kind of silly? To just have him, like, about to escape, and then, like, Levi just comes down on him with both blades and just, like, skewers him, like, one through the heart, one through the lung. And then, like, he plummets to the ground, and he's, like, able to, like, chomp and then transform, and then he can start healing inside of the body. Like, there's a part of me that's like, I feel like there was a way to, like, not paint yourself into a corner and introduce what feels like a very superfluous, dumb superpower.
It's wild because you have the whole. Zeke even says it here as well. It's like if Annie, they put a scratch on Annie, she can just instantly transform. It's like Reiner's had this situation twice now.
Yeah,
you could just instantly transform. That's the main problem with Titans. Well, people who are Titans, like you can just immediately transform.
It's a Hulk problem. It's the Hulk problem. Like, yeah. How do you kill the Hulk? Do you kill the Hulk after Banner is transformed, or do you try to, like, fully incapacitate Bruce Banner before he can transform? Like, in a way that, but like, how do you do that? You know, because there are instances, you know, you put a gun in my mouth, the other guy spit the bullet out. You know, so it's like, okay, something that should be
slightly worse than the Hulk as well, because the Hulk, the Hulk can just come out whenever it wants. It doesn't necessarily need Banner. But for these guys, it's any, like, open wound.
Yeah.
Like, you know, unless they just develop tear gas. Or not tear gas, like sleeping gas. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Titan out?
There's lots of interesting problems to be solved by this power set. And I think they had a great action beat with the neck stab. And followed it up with something that was really silly that I was like, I think, like, what are we doing? What does that even mean, to transfer your consciousness to your fingers?
The brain is stored in the balls, Reiner.
Clearly. But no, I thought this is really fun and exciting. I'm wavering a little bit on whether or not I think the Beast Titan is. We do this once an episode where I forget Erwin's name and then remember it for the rest of the episode.
Yeah. The funny thing with you and names is, there was one name particularly you just went boom and you never seem to forget it. And I was like, how the fuck has he remembered that one? Connie, that's the one. So I can't remember Connie's name out of everyone. This entire season of Pro Noob, you're like, yeah, it's Connie. I'm like, how do you remember the little bald fuck out of everyone?
Here's the issue. I know it's Erwin. My brain, for some reason, wants to say Werner. I don't know why my brain wants him to be Werner and not Erwin. And I go to say Werner, and I'm like, wait, that's not right. Processing.
Who was the scout that was with Aaron, Mikasa, and Armin when they were kids? Who gets eaten by
Harness.
What's her face? Harness. Yeah, you remember Harness as well. It's like, how do you remember Harness? Harness and Connie. Like, how? Come on now.
But
man can't remember Irving for shit.
Can I also say, Erwin has lasted so much longer than I fucking thought he would as a character. I was so sure. Like, even before he gets his arm chopped off and he's like being dragged away, he's like, for humanity! During that big battle. Even longer than then, or sooner than then, I was like, surely this guy's gonna die a horrible fucking death.
Yeah. Irvin's the hype man. He needs to stick around.
If we did, this would be fun as like a little, like, I'd maybe not like a full mini episode, but like as like a little stinger when we're done with season 3 is to do like a season 4 Deadpool.
Yeah.
There was a point in time where Irwin is my number 1 draft pick to die a horrible death. I am now at the point where I'm like, Irwin might make it to the very end and then die. I don't think he's surviving this. I don't think Irwin's surviving this as a character. Like, it's just, he feels like a character who like functionally has to die by the end of the story.
Yeah.
But
I get you.
But anyway.
But speaking of Irvin, that man has no fear.
No.
No fear.
Not at all.
No fear.
Not at all.
Also, one of the greatest lines any human being has ever fucking written is in these 3 episodes.
What would that be?
And on this mountain of corpses, I have a good view. Oh, fuck. That is an incredible line.
I let out an audible
God
damn.
Fucking damn it.
I let an audible damn at that.
Like the visual as well of it. Like,
yeah. But anyway, back to what I was saying initially with Irwin. I'm wavering on my theory that the Beast Titan is Irwin's father. Clearly, the Beast Titan is Annie's father.
Clearly, yeah.
That feels like it's been made pretty clear. There's a part of me that, like, how do I put this? Because the Beast Titan knows so much, if he's not Irwin's dad, and Annie and the Beast Titan are both blonde, there might be a connection to the Rice family.
Oh, so the hair color now is important, but when it comes to Rhino being the armored Titan or Annie being the female Titan, it doesn't matter.
Here's the thing. I was like, surely that can't matter. I was like, surely that's not that important. Aaron's hair looks kind of different. It's parted in a weird way. I was more focused on like how it looks, and also Reiner's hair is different when he's the Titan. He goes from being a normal he goes from like a normal blind to his hair being white.
I will give you this. It changes color. You go back to season 1, it's the same color. Blonde.
But now he's
they make it a bit more platinum
blonde on white. Okay. So fair enough. But like, there's enough there that I'm like, it felt a little too obvious for the hair initially. With anything, I was like, whatever. All of that to say, there's a part of me that wonders, like, and like, this is what watching these kind of shows does to me. This is what makes Pro and Noob interesting. It's what made Evangelion interesting, is that like there comes a point where I'm like, oh, this, like, here is the level of attention to detail, and that is one of those things that like a show kind of has to, or any story, you kind of have to let it play itself out to go, what is the level of attention to detail that I should be ascribing? And that's not necessarily a bad thing if a show goes, or a movie or whatever goes, every single minute detail is not necessarily built into the narrative.
Not everything's a Chekhov's gun.
Not everything is Chekhov's gun. And there are some stories that is the case. These are one of those instances where it's like, this Attack on Titan has done there have been so many guns on the wall.
Yeah.
That there's a part of me that can't help but look at things that might be gun shaped.
No, I get you. Yeah.
So that's something that comes to mind. I also like the little like tell with like the little like scratching his ear thing.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't quite tell, and I almost want to go back to the end of season 2 to get a good look at the guy standing on Squatch. Because he's like outside of Squatch looking ahead.
Mm.
And I can't quite. I want to go back because is he basically like on the tendrils and is about to go back into Squatch? Like I couldn't
Pretty
quite.
much, yeah.
Okay, I could.
He's opened the nape and he's just got out and like walked. Like,
okay. Because that was what I kept calling him.
and
like
saw
the
the steam
master
behind
of
him.
Squatch.
Like he's technically got a massive open wound on his neck, so the steam's all coming out.
Okay, that makes sense. But yeah, I really like that. I'm excited to see where this is going. The mission of the Titans is still it's very unclear to me still, in a way that I'm like,
They just want Aaron.
They want Aaron, but it's also we need to wipe out humanity. But why? You know what I mean? Why is what is your end game that wiping out humanity is the only way forward? You know, and
I have a slight question for you though. It's a bit of a detour from that. We will get back to that in a second. You said that our boy is having blue man magic, and I think that's a wild opinion in this instance.
I was mostly being facetious.
Good.
It was.
I saw that. I was like,
those,
fuck you.
It was the reason I brought it up was because it was the exact example I have given of the scene at the beginning of Dark Force Rising, where Talon Card and Mara Jade are trying to get off of Merkur, while Thrawn and his fleet are pulling up on Merkur, and they're like, "Okay, we're gonna shut the ship off, and we're gonna transmit a signal over here, and they're gonna think we're over here. We're gonna leave on the other end of the planet, and nobody will ever figure it out." And then you turn the page, and then Admiral Pelion is like, "Grand Admiral, how are we going to figure out where Talon Card is? How are we going to find the wild card?" And then Thrawn goes, "They're on the other end of the planet, and they're doing exactly what I know they're doing." And then you cut back to Talon Card and Mara Jade, and Talon Card's like, "There's no way they could know what we possibly are." And then TIE fighters start shooting at them. And that, I was just because it's the exact example of this idea is out
it's
of
it's not the exact example though, is it? Because that's framed as in I know exactly, and that's exactly what they are. This is, are they in the wall? Like, let's just check the walls to be safe. It's Armin's own paranoia that gets him here. That's like,
sure. And that's why I'm saying I'm being facetious. It's just the framing of the person who's hiding, going, "This idea is so crazy, it just might work. Who would ever think of this? There's no way they could know we could do this." And then the other person going, "I know you can do that." And then finding them. Like, it was the fact that I have gone back to those opening moments of Dark Force Rising as like my main example of Grand Admiral Thrawn and magical thinking.
He's also using information that he already knows.
Sure, which is why I said I'm being facetious.
I know. I just need everyone to understand why it's not magical thinking.
I don't think we're quite at Grand Admiral Thrawn yet.
Thrawn, goddamn! I'm gonna have to make him blue now, aren't I?
Yes, you are. You have to make him blue and just get a good screenshot of hopefully Armin at some point going, "Perhaps."
I don't know if that ever happens.
That is unfortunate.
I don't think that ever happened. Oh no, I have I know the screenshot. I can't do it just yet though.
That's funny. It makes me really happy because it feels like you might be tipping your hand a little bit that there might be a moment where there is some Grand Admiral Thrawn.
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No. Because the scene I'm thinking of is no.
Okay, let me ask this, and let me give other examples so I'm not just like ragging on Mithran Yorono. Full government. Out of disrespect.
Thrawn your throat. Oh, did you just say?
Mithran Yorono. That's his full
name. I was
name.
gonna say that sounds like a essay. But goddamn.
Ew.
That's what I thought. I was just like, ugh, throw on your throat. That's disgusting.
Mithron Eurono.
Stay away from my throat.
Do you think at any point I will legitimately have a moment where I would be justified
as
in
it
crying
stands,
and crying, magical thinking, Thrawn, Batman, poorly written Sherlock Holmes level of like your brain is just magical. Your brain is just enchanted, and that is the only reason why this makes sense.
There's an answer I want to give. That's so funny.
We'll give it.
No, I can't. Too fair me saying that kind of tells you.
No, because if you say I can't tell you, it says there is an instance of absolute magical thinking that will kind of drive me insane. And don't get me wrong, I enjoy magical thinking bullshit. I find it entertaining. There are instances where like you could watch a character who's meant to be a brilliant cerebral tactician just like be magical.
I'm going to say this. There is an instance of magical thinking.
I cannot wait. I cannot wait.
I mean, no.
But no, I really like.
You've only also got one season season left. You're not far off. Half the show, granted, but you're not far.
Yeah, I was gonna say I still have half of the series to go. But yeah, no, all of that said, I really did like these 3 episodes. I'm really enjoying this kind of march into battle. Thunder Spears are cool.
I was going to bring up Thunder Spears are really cool. I like another indicator that time's passed. They also have the lamps. We have working torches now.
Yeah.
They're using, I want to say they're using the crystals from the catacombs.
I love when people from the UK and Australia call a flashlight a torch.
It's a torch.
Because it reminds me of one of the funniest things to ever happen in the movie Trivia Schmodown.
Something funny happened in that? Got that?
Hey, okay, first of all, fuck you.
Don't get mad over something that hasn't been on YouTube for years.
The Schmodown is still very special to me. If I had unlimited money, I would buy the rights to it off of Harloff and restart it. But there was one of the Star Wars matches, I believe it was the Fatal 5-Way, and it was Alex, Sam Witwer, Steele Saunders, who is the important one here because he's from Australia. I want to say Joseph Scrimshaw competed in that, and I believe somebody who went by the name Geek Girl Diva. I might be wrong on the 5th person. But either way, the question was, like, what does Yoda steal from R2-D2? Or what does Yoda steal from Luke? And they're referring to his flashlight. And Steele answered Space Torch. And they told him he was wrong. And then it turned into it was one of the funniest arguments I've seen in the Schmodown. He was like, no, you stupid fucking Americans. I know what I'm saying. It's you call it a flashlight. It reminds me of that every time. But
which makes no sense because it doesn't flash.
When it first turns on, it does. Anyway, what were you going to say?
No, it turns on. Flashing is
it
that. You guys, boom.
It's old sparks. Old. Anyway, go.
No.
Say what you were going to say.
No. This is why no one likes Americans.
Yeah,
before the last 10 years. Before. A little asterisk there. I just want to talk about quickly something I accidentally spoiled a long time ago.
What's that?
I say a long time ago. When the Reiner Berthold reveal happened, and I was like, yeah, that's why those 3 and Annie are always together. That's why you saw them with Marco. And I was like, oh fuck. And my brain was like, oh yeah, we already talked about Marco.
So it's funny you say that because I don't even know if we talked about it. I had a feeling by the time we found out about Berthold, Reiner, and Annie that they probably had something to do with Marco's murder because he is without his ODM gear when his body is found.
It's a fair assumption to make, but yeah, we do find out here.
I had a feeling that was the case. I don't know if you talked about it. So that checked out to me. The thing that I was curious about for a moment was whether or not Marco was like the quadruped Titan. And that's what threw me off, because I'm like, but we did have a body. We did have a body for Marco, and it was thrown into the heap.
You had half.
But there's just that brief moment where he goes, where Reiner's going, why is he being devoured? And then we cut to like, are you ready, sir? There was a brief moment I went, oh. And I was like, oh, there was a body, like, there was a body, it was burned. Highly, 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 highly unlikely.
Fun fact, that Titan does not look like that in the manga. It looks worse.
Oh, good. I'm glad we got
it's more of an old man with like just a man with the headlight up. So it's like that. And it's horrific. But I don't know if it changes over the course of the manga to resemble more of this, or if they just went, nah, we're making snout pout Titan.
Does that mean the quadruped comes back later? The way you phrase that.
Let's be honest here. It can talk.
Yeah. So is there going to be a reveal of like,
it's clearly not just
who's the scary Titan with a beak? Like, I don't fucking
the beak Titan.
The platypus Titan. Someone get deep.
We haven't got anyone called Perry so far.
Yeah, we both went for the same joke.
Zink's gonna put a little hat on the Titan. It's gonna be like Perry.
Perry the Titan puss. Platytitan. Don't ever want to say Titan puss again. Never again. Nope.
This man has gone from, in the span of 2 years, has gone from flesh mech. And I had that visceral reaction. And him being like, to now saying Titan puss and being like, oh no, I just disgusted myself. Welcome to how I felt 2 years ago.
Fair enough. But yeah, I think that's all I have for this one. Really, really excited for the next batch. Ready to see how this battle continues. Very excited to get to that little scene from the special ending.
Yes. That one. Speaking of endings, I adore this one.
It's cute.
I adore this one. I adore that sense of longing it's got. Just like, I want to go back.
It's such a testament to how grim these times are that you're able to look back at very,
military training for kids.
Very, very grim times and go, those were the days.
Especially when it includes Reiner Berthold Nanny.
Right.
It's just like, oh. Because even here, you get it here. It's one of my favorite character moments where they think they've got Reiner done. And it's only Jean who's like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
You have Sasha and Connie and everyone's like, oh.
I think Jean's only going, oh, fuck yeah, because like he needs to go fuck yeah. So he doesn't go, God damn, we just carpet bombed one of my friends. And like I can't make him not my friend. So, but yeah.
Because Berthold did it in the last encounter.
Yeah.
It's like, someone help me, please. It's like, guys, their brains are mush. Poor fuckers. Not as mushy as Reiner's, because this man went, you're a warrior, Anita. Why is he getting eaten? It's like, oh, Reiner. You watch this man snap in real time.
Yeah.
I say man, you watch this actual child snap in real time. Poor Reiner.
Right.
Yeah.
That's all. I think that's all I got. I said, sorry to kind of rush it. I do have a little bit of a hard out coming up on.
We got 3/4 of an hour. It's fine.
But yeah.
So, Jarod, where
You guys can find me over at the Nerd Academy Podcast. Road to Doomsday coming out strong. We have lots of episodes banked up when we're recording this. Who knows how many more on the way. So check that out. Check out Luminous Odyssey, the Star Wars RPG we're doing on all remaining systems in the High Republic era now, and Epic Confrontations. And I think by the time this is out, I can now say rest in peace to the Bori Paraxium.
Yeah, that was unfortunate, that one.
Did you watch it? Did you watch it?
I did watch it, yeah. I was like, damn.
With a lead
I didn't think
strong,
you and Michael would be that heartless. No.
With a lead that strong, us spinning Return of the Jedi, which was one of the categories we wanted. Like, we talked before about the 3 slices on the wheel that we were like, with any of these, we could get a KO, and that was one of them. And we got a little cocky here, you know, not letting Connor finish some questions. They're like, what shuttle? Tidarium next.
No one likes the arrogant winners. That wasn't a great match.
Who is your favorite Epic Confrontations player?
I mean, I was about to say you, but
Aw.
no. I have no favorites.
But yeah, that's all I got.
And you can follow me, Mitch 62 Blue Sky, right here. So like, comment, subscribe. We'll be back next week with something I'm going to apologize to Jarod now for. And anyone following along for the first time Attack on Titan, I apologize to you too.
Okay.
This man is still also banned from watching intros.
Yeah, let me know when I'm allowed to start. But with all of that, is that all?
Yeah.
All right.